Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the Backbone Podcast, where common sense still makes sense in a world that is sick and only getting sicker. And, you know, they always say when the truth comes out, the truth hurts. Ban it, ridicule it. It's the rules for radicals. I've gone over this many times with you. And there is a full-fledged, full-court press on a new Uwe Boll movie called Citizen Vigilante, starring Armie Hammer. Now, Uwe Boll is not a great director. Uwe Boll makes those video game movies that they're awful. They're very hard to watch. I have not seen this movie yet. It has been getting tremendous attention. One of the reasons why it's getting tremendous attention is because it's been banned by Germany. And it will probably most likely be banned throughout most of Europe. And frankly, it could be banned here in the United States of America and Canada and so on. The film explores a vigilante, a white male, Armie Hammer, who goes rogue against the justice system. And he, let's say, he goes after the criminals and also the corrupt judges that release those criminals that are rampaging through Europe right now and the United States. The movie is ultra violent. There are some scenes here that I'm going to get flagged for this. I know it, but I'm going to try to show you as much as I can. I probably cannot show you some of the killing scenes. But this film has gained so much attention on both sides. Why? Well, it hits home. Anytime anything gets banned, it's because the powers that be see a level of truth in it and it scares them. This movie doesn't have a level of truth. It's telling you what's going on in Europe right now. And it's telling you what the future could hold. It only takes one. It takes one movie, one book, one call to action, just takes one. And the wave and the ripple effects start. And what people just don't understand, especially the elite, well, the elite understand that this is why they're trying to suppress white men so much. But what people just don't understand, whether they're black or Arab or Asian, whatever it is, white women, what they don't get, what they don't understand is that when white Christian heterosexual males wake up, this is going to be unequivocally a house of horrors that's never been released since maybe the times of World War II. We can go back. I can name you instances where European men have had enough and slaughtered uncontrollably people from all over the world. Whether it was the Boer Wars in South Africa with the English, whether it was the Congo genocide by the Belgians, whether it was the First Crusades where endless people were massacred, whether it was the Roman Empire under Hadrian during the Third Jewish Revolt when they killed every Jew they can find and basically ended the Jewish race. They effectively did that. Whether it was the mass slaughter of indigenous Indians in the Americas, it doesn't matter. When they've had enough, they go berserk. And they don't stop until we get a brother war. It's the only way. That's the only people that can stop white men from rampaging is other white men. Here in this movie, one man, much like the Death Wish film with Charles Bronson, which was brilliant, just loses it. He's had enough. And he finds the culprits of many crimes, and he brings them justice. Whether you agree with the type of justice he delivers to them is not for me to judge or for me to say. My whole thing is let God sort them out. But this film is raising a tremendous amount of awareness, and it's scaring the shit out of people. I don't know how Uwe Boll got the funding for this film. There must be an underground creative source somewhere that gave him the money to make this film. Now, it's not ultra high budget, but it's quality. It's got a 96% fresh rate on Rotten Tomatoes. 96%. Now, of course, you're going to hear people on certain sides from certain places who are going to say the movie sucks, it's mediocre, it's blah, 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 blah. Elon Musk, hearing about the ban in Germany and possibly the rest of the Western world, has put the entire film on X for free if you care to see it. I'm going to show you a trailer and some clips that I'm going to abbreviate. And, well, we'll let you decide. Here's the trailer of Citizen Vigilante. For education.
There's been a lot said about me, so I thought you should hear it directly from me. Everything that I do for you. I can't sit here and watch you exist in a state of sleep paralysis anymore. The truth is this. You are all being used. You are all nothing but playthings. Every soldier who's gone off to war thinking that their death was for an idea or that their sacrifice was important for society has been played. Clinton, Biden, Trump, you never see them on the front lines of any battle. Why? Because they would never risk their own lives. They have you. They've tricked you into thinking that you are dying for your country. But your country doesn't do anything for you either. You walk down the street and you get stabbed or robbed, killed. And what does your country do? Nothing. And what do you do? Nothing. The universe demands balance. You must match Yang.
I don't know if that was the full trailer, but you get the point. Now, the guy who wrote this movie, and I don't know who it was, he must have been around angry white people, fed up white guys, because everything Armie Hammer said in this monologue here is what we're all thinking. It's exactly what we're all thinking. If you're a soldier, if you're in the U.S. military, you're a sap. You're a sucker. You're dying for Israel. You're getting your legs and limbs blown off for those people with the tiny little hats who don't give a shit. They hate you. That's why I'm not into this whole supporting the troops. No, they're suckers. They're lollipops. They're lollipops and fatigues. What happens if your daughter gets raped? Your country, your government doesn't protect you, doesn't help you. We've seen it over and over and over and over again. Now we see it in a film. Now it's different because when you see it dramatized, it hits home. When you see it on screen, on a big screen, it makes you feel a little different. And this is what's scaring people in Europe. And it should scare people in the United States. It should scare a lot of people around the world. Because like I said, it only takes one. And if you got a bunch of 20-year-old white guys who are fed up watching this film and saying, you know what? Yeah, he's right. I want to be just like him. Well, then, I mean, shit, it's over. It's going to turn bad real quick. We've seen it before. And you hear all these black people on social media saying, oh, come on, go ahead. You want to race war with us? Go bring it on. We invented peanut butter. They don't understand what they're asking for. They honestly don't understand what they're asking for. These are people who can't organize a barbecue properly. They're going to organize a campaign the size of what is coming at them. It will never happen. They'll tuck tail and run like they always do. The Muslims, to their credit, they're crazy. They believe that if they die in a fight for Allah, they're going to go to heaven get 72 virgins. They're insane. They will strike back. They will fight back. But they're morons too. Indians, they're cowards. And forget about our friends with the funny little hats. They are of no threat physically or militarily. They are a threat financially. They will pay anybody and everybody to combat this. But one day the money runs out. One day the whole call of anti-Semitism, that falls on deaf ears. And we're going to see more things like this coming out. Maybe for the good, maybe for the bad. Because Hollywood will definitely produce a movie showing a crazy white guy killing innocent people. Guaranteed, it's going to happen. You have one Citizen Vigilante movie, you're going to have 50 movies depicting this guy as a maniac. It's crazy. I really didn't think we would see this, but we are. This is a clip now that I cannot show you the entire thing because, of course, it ends in a bloodbath. But I'll show you the beginning of it. And his speech here is very, very good. Just to give you a little background, he visits the house of a boy who he and his friends rape a 15, 16-year-old girl. We've heard that before. And he interrogates them. And later he offs them. He sends them home to Allah.
Maybe we have just a little chat. Back. Oh, good. Yusuf's here. Relax. Go. Hello, Yusuf.
Yusuf, run!
Where are they going to go?
What are you doing?
Go tend to your son. Tie something around his leg. I didn't hit an artery. He should be fine. So I guess you're wondering why I'm here.
Are here because of my son, because of the court. The court free him. And this is the court from your country.
Of course. Because your son and his friends had to rape that 14-year-old girl.
You see the gist of where he's going. The immigrant, the asylum seeker, just blasted it right in his face. Your country did this. Your court system did this. Your law system did this. The scene of the girl being raped. I don't know if we can show this, but I'm going to try to edit this out. Of course, the boy apologizes.
He's young. He don't know nothing.
Is that why you did it, Yusuf?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry we did that. We thought she wanted it.
You thought that she wanted you to grab her and pull her into a bush in the quiet part of the park. But she wanted you to put your hand over her mouth while your 7 friends took turns raping her. She had to crawl out of those bushes on her hands and knees. And now she lives every single day afraid of what you and your friends might do since you were acquitted. It was very good work by your attorney, by the way, painting them as the victim. What was it? Traumatic integration?
Traumatic integration. We've heard this before. that these poor people, it's hard for them to assimilate into our crazy country. They're going through trauma. This is the word salad. This is the nonsense. This is the guilt trip that European Americans have to, what they're ingesting.
We're all getting mental help now and support. We will be better in the future. I promise that.
It's the right answer. The only problem is that on your social media, since the event, I have not seen any regret or empathy. In fact, I think you said that she deserved to be raped.
What I mean is that they dress wrong and just make boys horny with their mini skirts. They show their legs and breasts.
You wrote that she deserved it.
I will delete it.
Mhm.
Are these the values you're teaching your children?
I teach him the values from Quran and these values from our family.
Well, if these are your values, that women in America and Europe deserve to be raped because of a dress code, why did you come here?
You know that we have several war in our country and we have a dangerous life.
So they have several wars in this country. This is exactly what they say. They have several wars in their country and they come here for a better life, but they're destroying our lives. So for the sake of their betterment, we have to suffer. They're telling you what their intentions are. The enemy is not hiding their intentions. They brag about it. They tell you these things. It's insane.
That's why we are here. And I think you know that.
Do you know what I think?
Why?
I don't think it was the good ones that got out of your country.
There are none.
I think it was the bad ones. And I think you brought with you your archaic value system.
Bingo. That's exactly what they brought over. These people, the sub-Saharans, even the North Africans, the Asians, Southeast Asians, that's what they did. They brought in their Stone Age archaic system. It's not even a system. It's a disease. It's a cancer. And they brought it into the greatest way of life, the greatest societal life in all of human history, Western civilization. I saw an article today where it said 50 million people of Muslim background are in Europe today. Over 40 million are on welfare. What do you expect? We're giving them everything for free, and they get to destroy our children. They get to burn down churches. They get to masturbate at beaches. And we call it traumatic. It's their trauma. They'll seek help, psychiatric help, sure.
And your commitment to religion over democracy and over anything else, including the rule of law. Yusuf, you're going to pick up your phone. You're going to start calling your friends one by one and telling them to come over here right now that you have new information for them.
No.
Yes, you will.
What's wrong?
All right, this is where I have to stop it because this is where the bloodbath starts. But you get the point. That's the scene where they're going to ban everything. The reason why everything gets banned because they show these kids getting killed. This is a scene here where he interrogates a politician judge about what is happening, what they're doing to ruin Western civilization. And this movie, and I'm going to tell you right now, I could get banned altogether for this, for showing this thing. But I got to take the chance. This is really hitting way too close to home for these elites in Europe, for the NGOs, for the WEFs, for the UN. It's really, really hitting home. Because like I said, if you get 5, 10, 15, God forbid you get 100 guys like this, it's going to cause an avalanche of nationalistic sentiment. It doesn't have to be this way. The governments want it this way. They're forcing people to act and behave this way, or soon they will. And Germany's making a huge mistake in banning this film, because this film probably wouldn't have touched the surface of getting any attention. It's a Uwe Boll movie. All of his movies stink. But they gave it so much free publicity that now people want to watch it. Elon Musk has put it on X for free. Now you can watch it whether you like it or not. It's the message that is the danger. It's not the graphics. It's not the lit. It's the message. They're not banning it because it's a lie. They're banning it because the message rings true. Here's another scene.
The laws are meant to protect the victims, right? It's not the perpetrators. Maybe that's when you lost your North Star. When you started using the laws to help people hurt people.
That's exactly what they did. The laws are made to help the perp, to protect the perp, and to hurt the innocent, because the innocent do nothing. The Norwalk family is not going to pick up arms and march down to 10 Downey Street. The Metcalf family are not going to raise a militia. They still are convinced and brainwashed that God will be on their side. God will do something to turn these things around, and maybe he will. But God only helps those who help themselves. And people are brainwashed by the system. The system will handle it. This is the system, and he's not going to handle it.
You know, it's not just the perpetrators. You cause collateral damage, Judge. It's people like you letting people get away with rape and murder. Excusing their behavior. Letting people get away with rape and murder.
6 boys raped a 14-year-old girl. I saw your interview in front of the courthouse. I saw you say that these boys just had an adjustment issue, that they didn't know how to fit into society.
All this doesn't this all sound familiar? We've heard this before in real time, not in a movie, but in reality. It's scary.
But what you don't understand is the society that you think they don't fit into is falling apart and dying. And you are the cancer that is killing it.
100%. This movie is going to get some traction. I believe it. Elon Musk has done a very great thing. If you can't find it on X, I have reposted it on the Backbone podcast page on X. I urge you to watch it. I urge you to just listen to the message. Maybe, just maybe, this could be the turnaround everybody's looking for. Greece has banned and will close down over 60 mosques in the country. That is a massive, and Eastern Orthodox Christianity is as close to Catholicism as you can get. They understand. They're older than most religions out there. They understand. They were on the front line of fighting these people. It will. I really believe that this turnaround will come from the Eastern Europe side of things, just like it did in the early 15th century with our friend Vlad. I think it will come from there, from Armenia, from Romania, from Greece, from somewhere in that area where they will not tolerate the nonsense. The Polish people are not tolerating any type of immigration. The Hungarians either, as of right now. I think that will spread slowly and surely throughout Western Europe. Hopefully Italy is first. And then we might see some changes. There's always a little bit of hope. You have to have faith and hope. This movie, I never thought we'd ever see a movie like this, ever. And now it's here. Now, it will never get any play in the United States. I think it's going to get banned all over the place. But as long as it stays up on X, and thank God for Elon Musk, you will have a chance to see it. And social media, what they tried to use as poison for the world, just like in the Ten Commandments, when Ramesses orders the murder of the first child of Jews, God reverses it and kills the first sons of Pharaoh. Social media is the poison for the elites. They cannot do anything without being scrutinized on social media anymore. And that's why they're trying to ban that too. Be vigilant, my friends. Watch this movie and let me know what your thoughts are. And that's my 2 cents. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Remember, my friend, Satan is always busy. Be a man and have a backbone, because masculinity and common sense are worth standing up for. And just remember, if it ends in an ism, it's a mental disorder. Have a great week.